Hey everyone and welcome back to my channel. We are finally starting 2.4. I am very excited to head right into this. I am excited to see March and obtain her new path, and I'm also excited to see Yunli in the story as well as all the other swordsmen, women, everything that is happening. I am very excited. So I would say we will head right into it without further talking or anything. I am excited. I hope you are too. But before we start the quest, as always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like on the video. And I would say, yeah, just start. I hope it's not too long because it's just a continuation of the story, but we will see. It's finally, I actually planned to record it like yesterday, so on a Friday, but today's Saturday and the weather is a little bit, like less defeatingly hot. So I thought, yeah, it's a good time to like do this. I have already been out with the dogs at like 7 a.m. or even before 7 a.m. And yeah, I am ready now. Let's go. You have an interstellar message. Please check it promptly. Okay, what interstellar message is that?
Hmm. Phew.
Hmm.
What's up, Pom Pom?
Mom and Dad. I love these two. Himeko deserves to live, and I I really want to get into Welt's head when he first met Himeko. That would be so exciting.
Just got a message from the Xianzhou Luofu. Looks like it'll conflict with our original schedule.
Okay. Ah,
It's been a while, my
Jingyuan.
friends on the Astral Express.
Yay.
How's your trailblazing expedition going?
Good, good.
Soon, the Xianzhou Luofu will be holding the Luminary War Dance. Those who have aided the Luofu in overcoming the crisis are cherished allies of the Xianzhou. Thus, on behalf of the Seat of Divine Foresight, I'm extending an invitation to attend the ceremony.
Okay.
Your presence would be greatly appreciated.
Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about like Honkai Star Rail right now, because at the beginning when I started like Honkai Star Rail over a year ago when it came out, when it was released, right? I wasn't really sure, to be honest, if the story is going to be as good as I wanted it to be. I think like from a story perspective, Honkai Impact is still on a very high place as a gacha game for me with the story. But Honkai Star Rail is doing such a great job now. At the beginning it was like very slow, and the Xianzhou Luofu part was never for me as exciting as, like, of course, Penacony was the big showdown of this game, right? But still, I think like the Balo Box story, the ending of the Balo Box story was very emotional. The part where we fought like Cocolia and Ronya losing her and everything. And also like the ending of like the Xianzhou Luofu was good as well, but like the in-between parts were a little bit slow. And I think Penacony was like extremely long, right? And we also had like parts that were like a lot of information and not that peak of the story, but some of these informations were just necessary. But I think like overall, from like all perspectives that make a gacha game, like the dailies, like the end game content, which I don't really do in any of these games. But I think like also from the character building perspective, I think Honkai Star Rail is the easiest one, which also has an enjoyable story, even if it's a little bit slow in the beginning. But it's just easy. It just plays itself at some point, and you just have to enjoy the story, right? And that's really it. And I really enjoy that because I don't really spend too much time farming stuff, so I can do easily like edit a video while like Honkai Star Rail is like farming itself. So yeah, I really appreciate that about this game, and I think for me that is what makes it like really good, that I can enjoy the story and I don't have to put too much effort into playing the game except for like the simulated universe and that kind of stuff. But besides that, I really love this game. I think the characters are actually pretty well written, you know. We are seeing like some parts coming back again, some of the characters coming back again, and I really like that about this game. Sorry for talking so much, but I
Wow,
kind
things
of
are
wanted
getting
to say
lively.
this.
We've barely recovered from the family's Charmony Festival, and we're already being
And
invited
since
to
I
another special
don't
event.
really stream or anything, we don't have too much conversations about the game itself. I really want to stream like in the future, but to be honest, I am too shy to show myself on camera live. Did it once, and I have also done it before in like my own language and stuff like that, but I never really felt that comfortable to like enjoy streaming, you know, because when I'm recording, I can just cut things out, I can take a break in between, and I don't have to really think too much about my hair. I can just go and do my hair in between again and everything like that, you know. Yeah, I think I would be too self-conscious about like everything. I'm talking way too much, I'm sorry. But I just, you know, wanted to let you know. So okay, trailblazing is all about having fun.
Why not think about it this way? Our
Mm.
trailblazing expeditions are turning into blast expeditions, where we eat,
What
drink,
the-
and play wherever we go.
True.
Blast? Expedition? Yeah! Wherever we go, we eat, play, and have a blast!
So we should leave March behind to take care of the express?
Hey! That's not what I meant! I'm all for some fun. I just hope there won't be any surprise party crashers, like Friday or Saturday.
What the hell?
The Xianzhou Luofu has recently overcome a crisis. By holding the war dance, they're demonstrating to everyone that they've returned to a state of peace and safety.
Okay. So what I still don't understand is like how the Xianzhou Luofu works, because the Luofu is a ship, right? Because Yunli is from the Xianzhou Shuming, right? And that's another ship. So the Xianzhou are just ships.
But that's what everyone said before we went to Penacony. You'll be totally safe under the family's protection.
Yeah.
No need to worry. The war dance is not like the Charmony Festival with all its hidden secrets.
Good.
It's just a festival to honor the Rainbow Arbiter and the Cloud
Okay.
Knights, who fought against the abominations of abundance and protected the Xianzhou ships.
Okay.
Aside from star skiff performances, it's mostly martial contests. Nothing too different from the Taiki and Roboball contest we've seen before.
We have?
What do you think, Himiko? Since we've accepted Miss Black Swan's proposal, we should probably head to Amphorius for refueling.
There's certainly no rush. This trailblazing expedition is quite unique, and the express needs to be fully stocked and prepared before moving on to the next stop. With Madame Herta's help, I was planning to deliver some Leviathan fossils from Kalinga Abyss to Ron May, member 81 of the Genius Society. It could earn us some favors before we set off. However, it may take a few weeks.
Okay.
Aw, so that means we're not going to the Luofu.
We are not?
Being an adult means maintaining relationships, whether we like it or not, Marge. Since we've been invited, it's only right for the Astral Express to attend the ceremony.
Yay!
So here's the plan. Pom Pom will take everyone to the Xianzhou Luofu. Mr. Yang and I will meet up with Ron May and fulfill our
Oh,
promise.
so we kids are
Meanwhile,
going on an
you,
adventure
Marge,
together
and Don
again.
Hung will represent the Express
Nice.
and attend the war dance.
What do you two think?
Sounds great. Let's split into groups. I want to play with Leviathan. No.
I don't hear any objections.
Now that everyone's on board with the plan, it's time to warp to the Xianzhou Luofu.
Yay! Like, from an aesthetic point, I really love the Xianzhou Luofu. Okay. This optional. Discuss a travel plan with the other crewmen. Okay, well.
Kalinga Abyss. What does she expect to find there? Current research on the Leviathan merely proves how little we know about such life forms.
That's why geniuses are interested in that field. Science is all about uncovering the unknown.
The conversation between the two adults brims with complex jargon. Okay. Have a safe trip.
Don't miss us too much. If I stumble upon some cool Leviathan fossils, I'll bring a few back as souvenirs for you.
It's insane to me, like, how much I like the Honkai Star Rail characters, as well as I like the Honkai Impact characters. Those two together is just so, I don't know, they are a real family kind of here in this universe. I really enjoy that. I think they would make a good pair. I thought that when I read the manga where like her father was like researching something, like this other world with like the little, I don't know, alien species. I forgot what it was called, where like Welt was talking to her father and everything. And she was pretty young. She was like studying, I think, some astronaut stuff or something like that. Something which has to do with like space, right? Okay.
Himeko really knows how to convince people. Between Leviathan fossils and the war dance, the latter definitely sounds more fun.
True. I mean, who would have expected that March would participate in some kind of like swordsman fight?
By the way, Danheng, this time you'll be taking a stroll with us on the Luofu, right?
And just let you two wander around aimlessly on the Luofu by yourselves? I don't think so. Plus, Mr. Yang is right. The Ambrosial Arbor crisis just ended, and both the long life and short life species are still feeling uneasy. And that's why Jing Yuan wants to organize the war dance, to show that the Xianzhou Luofu is stable and safe. And since he has extended an invitation, it's only right that I visit my old friend.
Man, I really missed my boy Danheng. Okay, let's head to the Xianzhou.
Coming back to this place brings back so many memories.
True.
You know?
So there's something for all of you, a poem by March 7th. What memories care to spill the detail? We are just dissing each other, right?
Hey, I'm not actually gonna recite a poem.
Why not?
I was just thinking about all the twists and turns we went through when we first arrived on the Xianzhou.
True. I mean, Tingyun's death was crazy.
This time, we're not being forced or enticed or chasing after wanted criminals.
True.
And we didn't have to sneak in through the cargo dock.
We are
This trip
actually
has been
getting like a little bit of a
incredibly
vacation,
smooth.
right?
Quite unusual, I must say.
True. Definitely unusual. We're so easily pleased. I actually feel sorry for us. Come on, don't jinx us.
I'm just hoping for the best. You're the one jinxing us.
No? Okay, what are we doing? Yanqing. I saw the Scarfaring Commission. Are you guys on the Luofu already? Quick with the news, huh? The general sent me to welcome you. Okay, nice.
Is the Starskip Haven always this crowded?
I guess not.
Oh, there's so many people here. I can barely hear anything.
Where is
Yanqing said General Jing
Yanqing?
Yuan sent him to welcome us. But where is he?
Wait, I need to change my team. I was like doing stuff and...
Any justification?
Let's wait for him in front of the loom. It's the most prominent landmark on the dock.
Hey, you guys! Hold on a moment.
Hmm?
Did they just call us? Look
Since
at
when
their
did are the
outfits.
Pepeshi
They're
here?
from Penacony, right? Are you familiar with the Xianzhou Luofu?
We know a little bit about it. What do you need?
We're from Penacony. Maybe you've heard of it. We came to this
No.
ship to gather interesting
We have not
materials
heard
for
of
making
Penacony.
dream bubbles.
Oh, we just left there. Oh, talk about coincidence.
Funny.
That's great. Do you know any must-see attractions on the Luofu?
I don't know. Why don't you ask the locals?
We did, but the locals were all like, come on, there's nothing worth seeing on the Luofu. It's so boring here.
What? What?
Ha! Can't blame them. If someone asked me what's there to see on Penacony, I'd probably struggle to answer too.
Penacony is such a nice planet, and I think the Luofu is very beautiful. What are they talking about?
That's why we're asking fellow tourists.
Most of the tourists around at the moment are here to attend the war dance. And that's why we're here too.
True.
Yeah, we know about that ceremony. But isn't the fighting ring still closed?
I don't know, is it?
I've heard the ring was actually converted from a huge decommissioned Luofu fighter jet.
So it's even larger than the regular star skiff, so it's even bigger than the radiant feldspar.
The radiant feldspar is bigger, I guess.
But for now, all we can do is wait until the war dance starts in a few weeks before we can board it.
In a
We
few
still got
weeks?
work to do, so we can't just sit around waiting for it to start. That's why we're asking you about some must-see attractions.
Wait, what?
We're looking for unique experiences that you won't find on Penacony. Our clients love these kinds of dream bubbles the most.
You're the expert here. Give them some suggestions.
Ask Danhang, it's his planet. Why not visit Arum Alley, Foxtrot Garden, God. Scale Gorge, Waterscape, Ambrosial Arbor. I mean, they could visit Arum Alley, but the dragon is like, I don't know if they can even get there.
That's indeed a good idea. While the dreamscape on Penacony is all artificial, Scale Gorge Waterscape is a celebration of nature's resurgence. It has some remarkable scenery.
True.
Awesome! I love being out there in nature. Let's go to Scale Gorge Waterscape first.
I'm a bit worried that nature-themed dream bubbles might be outdated. But hey, let's go check it out anyway.
See you later. Maybe we'll
Why
run
would it
into
be
each other there
outdated,
in a-
man?
Look, Yanqing's here.
Really?
Yay!
Let's go catch up with him.
Yanqing!
Experience looking down on stars.
I
There
am
you are.
here.
Everyone, this way.
Yay!
Hey, everyone. It's been a while.
True.
It doesn't feel like it's been that long since we last saw you. But Yanqing, are you?
What's up, Miss March?
They say kids grow up really fast. Yanqing, are you a little bit taller than before?
We've only been away for a few months.
Wait, what? How much time has passed, bro? What the hell? Cautiously pinch, yeah. Okay, can we do that?
What are you doing?
That's funny.
Sorry, but after our previous adventures,
I
I've become
speak?
suspicious of whoever greets us first.
I speak, and I forgot that is her voice.
Do you have to be suspicious around me too?
You know, the last time we came to the
Why am I
Xianzhou,
speaking?
the first person who greeted us was...
Tingyun?
I get it. Better safe than sorry.
Seriously, I've never seen the Luofu so lively before.
I was a bit worried that holding the war dance right after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis might be too soon. But seeing the bustling Starskiff Haven, I understand why General Jing Yuan chose this timing.
Yep. There's people from other delves and travelers like you three who have come from afar. With the war dance coming up, there's a huge number of visitors pouring into the Starskiff Haven.
The Cloud Knights are working hard to keep the security tight. The General said this ceremony would help the Xianzhou Luofu recover from the crisis.
Okay.
It's a way to showcase our martial spirit, reassure people, boost morale, and attract visitors from other planets to promote trade and peace.
Makes sense.
By the way, the Xianzhou Alliance places great importance on this ceremony too. The Xianzhou ships, the Zhuming and the Yanqing, have both sent messengers to offer their blessings.
So these are all ships. I think the Yanqing ship is where Feixiao is from, right? And the Xianzhou Shuming is where like Yunli is from.
Yeah, I wonder if you've heard of it. It's known as the Star Forge, and it's responsible for providing more than half of the Cloud Knights' armaments. The Xianzhou Juming boasts skilled craftsmasters, and General Huayan is a top-notch craftsman himself. If only I could get a sword.
Is that
forged
the
by
grandpa?
him, I'd be on cloud 9.
By the way, Yanqing, where are we headed next?
I'm sorry for talking your ear off. The General wants to catch up with you at the Palace of Astrum. He's been eager to hear about how the Express has been doing.
It's funny how he tries to act all
It's
mature,
really been
but
months
whenever it
that
comes
is
to something
so
he's interested in,
surprising
you
to
can really
me.
see his childish side.
Well, you're pretty much the same in that regard.
I agree.
Oh,
All units, assemble quickly! Get ready to protect the crowd!
I just mentioned security, and now all of a sudden something's gone wrong. Excuse me, I need to go check out the situation.
it's like whatever you feel will happen, happens. You're just as jinxed as March.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
That we love you. It's okay,
We'll go with
honey. Okay, nice. Oh, cutscene. Oh, the new enemies. Let's go.
Protect the civilians. I'll deal with him.
Oh, a fight already. Enemies with this mark can enter the Moon Rage state. After enemies use attacks, apply 1 stack of Bloodlust to enemy units that can trigger Moon Rage. What? Okay. We are just winging it. I didn't understand what this is.
Why are there Boris in here?
Borisin.
This ends now.
For me, they are just werewolves.
The dice.
Borisin is such a weird name.
It's on me.
What are we doing?
Another journey
Defense
begins.
is everything.
All in.
What do you want to know?
Ill tidings manifest. Beneath
Come
the
on,
waters
let's kill it.
lies an endless abyss.
Hedge your bets. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
The cutscene was unexpected, but I really like it when they like do cutscenes. Oh, Yunli! She's so fast. Yo!
Thanks for the help.
Sorry, no time
Wait, they
to
look
chat.
cute together.
Give me back my...
His sword! Yunli! That was so cool. I just wanted to say that I really love it when we get like early cutscenes. I love cutscenes. They are making everything so
Let's just
way
get
more
down to business
expressive
first.
and interesting and exciting.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid we'll have to put our plans on hold for now.
Okay.
I need to find out what's going on.
Can we go with you? I really like
While
Yunli.
we appreciate your rescue, my
IPC.
Xianzhou friends, don't you think it's a bit too much to detain us and our cargo?
Sorry, but we've been ordered to detain you and your cargo for inspection until we figure out the source of the attack. Once we're done with the formalities, we'll let you and your cargo go.
Okay.
Oh, but this shipment isn't even meant for the Luofu. And it's IPC's patented technology. Who do you think you are to conduct an inspection?
According to the protocol, all cargo arriving on the Luofu must go through inspection.
But we didn't officially enter your dock at all. We just sought refuge in your dock because we were attacked by the Borisons.
Yeah, but you still entered the dock.
Looks like this argument could go on forever. Let's not get involved in a heated dispute that won't lead to a resolution.
Okay. I didn't even want to, like, get involved there. Wait, what? Celestial Jane?
Who's in charge here? I need some answers.
It's my fault. We let our guard down for a moment. I take full responsibility.
Is that him?
With the war dance approaching, safety should be a top priority. Now, tell me, how did Borisin prisoners end up in Starskiff Haven? According to the protocol, Borisin prisoners should be held on a Starskiff and taken directly to the shackling prison under strict supervision without ever touching the ground.
Yeah, well,
Who
they did.
allowed a prisoner transport ship to dock at the passenger terminal?
Please don't blame this, Captain. This incident involves the Ming's diplomatic vessel.
Who are you?
I'm Lu Jun, an officer of the Patrol Defense Squad. Thank you for your help, Lieutenant Yanqing. The situation unfolded rapidly, and it shouldn't be held against the captain. Here's what happened. An IPC transport ship was attacked by the Borisin just before arriving, and the Ming's diplomatic vessel came to the rescue. They fought off the Borisin pirates and imprisoned them on their ship.
So, an IPC ship was attacked by the Borisin near the Luofu, and the Ming envoys saved them? This sounds complicated.
Honestly, it gives me a headache too. The Ming diplomatic ship, adhering to standard procedure, docked at the passenger terminal to hand these criminals over to the Luofu. You know, with all the outsiders flooding onto the Luofu, the Starskiff lanes are under immense pressure. The Borisin desperados decided to put up a fight before the prisoner transport Starskiff could get there. And that's what you just witnessed.
We'll make sure these prisoners are sent to the shackling prison as soon as possible.
I see. It's an unusual situation indeed. I'll report it to the security department of the Realm Keeping Commission and ask for their cooperation in handling the aftermath. Maybe I should gather more details from others so that the Seat of Divine Foresight can have a better understanding of the situation.
The Cloud Knights calmed the crowd, then dispersed. Okay.
Oh, you look much maturer now, Yanqing.
Please don't tease me, Miss March. The situation on the Xianzhou before the war dance is like a calm lake that can be disturbed by even the smallest pebble, capable of generating far-reaching ripples with even the slightest disturbance.
What are those people? I mean, those monsters we just dealt with?
I know they're kobolds, right? Did you call them the Borisin?
Yeah, those werewolf monsters are known as Borisin. They are abominations of abundance, and we've been fighting them for a very long time.
Okay.
The Borisin have been a powerful force for a long time, plundering and enslaving many worlds. The threat they pose is just as terrible as the Swarm disaster.
Oh God.
And the Alliance even had a fierce war with them 3 decades ago. Their presence has faded over the years. But who would have thought?
According to that officer, they attacked an IPC ship near the Xianzhou Luofu. Such a brazen attack seems quite unusual to me.
True.
Yeah, that's what I find strange too. It seems like the IPC and the Borisin have some serious grudges. Well, enough with the chit-chat. The General wants me to take you to the Palace of Astrum. I'd love to chit-chat a little longer, but there are some things that can't be left unchecked.
Is it a serious matter? Maybe you'll need our help in hunting down the Borisin?
Thank you, but it's no big deal.
You sure?
By the way,
it seems like a
that
big
young
deal.
lady who just appeared, she took my sword. I'm thinking of filing a lost property report at the Realm Keeping Commission to see if I can get it back.
Wait, so he doesn't know her?
I doubt she did it on purpose.
So when Cloud Knights get into trouble, they have to call the emergency services too. You go file the report and I go fetch the popcorn. It's gonna be quite the show.
Perhaps she's around here somewhere. Shouldn't we take a look?
All right, let's not keep the general waiting.
Don't worry. There aren't many people out there with that kind of talent. It shouldn't be too hard to find her.
Oh, maybe he only knows the general, like the grandpa of her.
There sure are a lot of troublemakers around.
What? Oh, maybe he's someone who has a problem with how the Xianzhou Luofu is like run by Jing Yuan. Maybe there is some dispute that
It's been a long journey, Elder Huayan.
Ooh.
Thank you for your presence.
Don't mention it. Thank you for taking the time to welcome me.
That's a grandpa.
General, I brought our guests from the Express. Oh, I'm sorry for my bad timing. I didn't know you were meeting a guest, General.
Don't worry, you're just in time. It's been a while, my friends from the Astral Express.
True. How's everything going, General? I dreamed about you on Penacony. Did you miss us?
Sure, how couldn't I have?
Yeah,
It's not
cute.
often we find such moments to reunite and enjoy one another's presence.
Since when did she and General Jing Yuan become such good buddies, Dan Heng?
Someone's
They seem
jealous.
to be having a great time.
A lot must have happened without our knowledge. At least, I hope that's the case.
That's
Allow me to
awkward.
introduce you to General Huayan. He's the Arbiter General of the Xianzhou Juming, known as the Flaming Heart.
No need to be so formal. I'm just a tourist here, no different from other tourists who've come to attend the ceremony.
Elder Huayan is not only one of the Arbiter Generals, but also the Furnace Master of the Artisanship Commission.
Okay.
Besides his martial skills, he excels in forging various weapons. Such talents are unique, even among the Arbiter Generals.
Is that the reason why in like the Myriad Celestia, Yunli was like killing cursed swords? Or like melting them?
Be it Arbiter General or Furnace Master, these are merely titles given to me long ago. I've retired several times already, but with the current change in circumstances, the Marshal has called me back to duty, and I had no choice but to answer the call. Well, in the end, I'm to blame. Living such a long life naturally brings its share of disapproval.
It's an honor to meet you, General Huayan.
Ooh.
It's my honor to meet you, General Huayan.
Glad to meet you, General.
No need to be all formal. Today I'm just a guest on the Luofu, the same as all of you. So, these three are the ones you mentioned, Jing Yuan? The heroes who helped you with the Ambrosial Arbor crisis?
Oh, there is Yunli in the background.
Indeed. There's Dan Heng, March 7th, and her.
And
Without
her.
their help, I'm
The
afraid the
nameless.
Luofu might not have easily overcome this crisis.
So, the Imbibitor Lune's reincarnation
he
has
knows.
returned to the Luofu and will attend the war dance. I'd love to have a drink with you should the chance present itself.
Is Dan Heng old enough to drink? I guess he is, right? He was drinking in the animated short.
You're more than welcome, General Huayan.
And this young friend is?
That's Yanqing.
Yanqing, my apprentice. He remains by my side as my retainer due to his youth, which I hope will season him with experience. He will stand for the Luofu's Cloud Knights in the upcoming war dance, ready to take on all kinds of challenges.
Great, great! It's a real treat to see so many talented young people around here today. Oh, I almost forgot. This is my apprentice, Yunli.
It's you!
Hmm?
Oh, it's you. Hello.
Oh, you two already know each other? Guess we don't need any introductions then.
What a coincidence! I was afraid I'd have trouble finding this girl.
Oh? Now you've piqued my curiosity. Tell me, how did you two become acquainted?
She helped me capture the escaped Borisin prisoners at the Starskiff Haven. Allow me to express my gratitude for you. But when you left, you took my flying sword with you.
Your flying sword? Oh, so that's why I found a dagger in my bag. Turns out it's yours.
Yes, it is. Now that we've met again...
Nope, that won't do.
Nah.
Won't do?
You want your sword back, right? Well, you can't just take it back. On the Juming, when you lose your sword on the battlefield, you have to reclaim it on the battlefield.
Oh, she's fierce.
As for this little sword, it was supposed to strike that escaped Borisin prisoner. But unfortunately, its owner's agitated state caused it to fly off like a kite with a broken string, and it missed its target. By the way, if I hadn't caught it and helped it hit its mark, that Borisin prisoner would have gotten away.
Hold on a sec, Yunli. You took my sword without even asking, and now you're refusing to give it back?
So much for Luofu's swordmasters.
What did you just say?
Ooh.
If you just stepped up and took your sword back from me fair and square, I would have totally respected you. But nope, you tried to play it down, expecting me to just hand it back to you like it's nothing. In front of everyone. With all due respect, you don't honor your sword. So you don't deserve
Man, she is like killing him right now.
Hasn't anyone told you that taking without asking is stealing? If you want to settle this with swords, fine. Let's have a one-on-one duel right now.
Yanqing.
What?
Well, that's more like it. Just be careful. Because I'm not as easy to handle as the Borisin.
Aren't they just...
You two, be quiet and apologize to Yanqing.
Hey! Whose side are you on, Grandpa?
I don't take sides.
It's a small misunderstanding, and an apology would be too much. I've heard about the Zhu Ming's incredible swordplay and craftsmanship. Most notably, the legendary Flame Wheel Octet. Seeing
I think
Miss
she should
Yunli,
just give it
who is among those
back.
ranks
What's
today,
the problem?
well, I must say, she definitely has that fiery edge.
Such grandiose names. Some folks love to spin these fancy titles, trying to set the Cloud Knights apart. Yunli is still just a young girl, a bit awkward and hot-tempered. So please forgive her if she's being rude.
Well, everyone, Elder Huayan and I have some business to discuss. For now, Yanqing, why don't you entertain our guests and take Miss Yunli to the inn?
Okay.
I'll find another chance to talk with you all. I'd like to express my gratitude to the Astral Express for helping the Luofu during the crisis.
That's so kind of you. I mean, you've already thanked us so many times.
Please forgive me for coming at an inconvenient time.
This situation is just so awkward somehow.
You needn't apologize, General Huayan.
All right, Yunli. Take this opportunity to clear things up with Yanqing.
Yeah. It's better to make friends than enemies.
Sure.
I won't be heading to the inn just yet.
Little kitty.
I want to visit LINGSHA. She just arrived in the Luofu and could use some help settling in.
Oh.
Yanqing, Once you've helped our guests get settled, go to the Artisanship Commission for me.
I want to see
I've heard about the
LINGSHA.
attack and the detainment of the IPC ship. Xianzhou sent word that the IPC members are protesting and wish to have their cargo back. See if you can calm them down. Don't get aggressive. Just make it clear that the Xianzhou Luofu has no intention of violating their rights.
I'm on it.
Okay. That was interesting. I really like Yunli. Hello. She's cute.
This trip is totally worth it. Compared to the Zhuming, the Luofu is so much livelier. But it's a shame the Luofu swordmasters don't seem that great.
I'm glad to meet you, Miss Yunli.
Glad to meet you too. Are you here to participate in the war dance?
I'm just a tourist. Can outsiders participate in the war dance as well?
Of course. To honor martial arts, the Cloud Knight's ring is always open to outsiders.
Okay, nice.
If you can defeat the ringmaster selected by the Xianzhou, you'll not only win rewards and prizes, but also be making a name for yourself. Sounds tempting, doesn't it?
True. What's the flame wheel octet the general spoke of?
That's how outsiders refer to my peers in the Zhuming Cloud Knights and the Artisanship Commission. We all train under Grandpa's guidance, learning the art of craftsmanship and swordplay. That's how we got that title, I guess. Just don't mention it in front of Grandpa. He always says that empty titles bring pointless challenges and conflicts. We Zhuming swordmasters pride ourselves on the success of the group over the individual.
Aren't you coming with us?
I have some things to do. Besides, little Yanqing doesn't seem too happy about me tagging along.
I guess he's a little bit older than her. But you take his sword.
Yeah, you're right. I took it with my skills. So I guess you can say I'm a robber or something. How dare he imply I'm a thief? Totally different.
What?
Besides, the sword seems scared of its own master. I'd like to ask him, you claim to cherish your sword as your life, yet you don't even recognize the state it's in right now?
She really has some sort of special connection with the swords, right?
I didn't intend to keep his sword. I was planning to take this chance to return it to him. But now, I've changed my mind.
Well, she just said, okay, well, f off. I'm just taking your sword and that's it.
I'll give that poor flying sword some proper maintenance. I won't consider returning the sword unless he learns how to say please, hello, thank you, and sorry. So he can forget about it for now.
Okay. You scratch your heart, feeling a tingling sensation on your scalp at the thought of the impending troubles Yanqing will face. While you're distracted, the young girl has already wandered off on her own, her whereabouts unknown. Okay, I mean, I can really guess that he is like a little bit happy that she's not coming with us, but she could have just returned it.
This is the report Xianzhou just sent me. Let me take a look. Huh.
I want to see LINGSHA.
Looks like the General has given me a tough challenge. He wants me to try and help put the IPC's mind at ease.
Is this some kind of test from the General?
Well, it's not exactly a test. As Cloud Knight officers, we not only learn the art of war and martial arts, but also occasionally have to handle diplomatic disputes.
Okay.
It's just, you know...
I mean, it makes sense.
Talking things out isn't as straightforward as duking it out with weapons on the battlefield. This is especially true when you're up against the IPC. Non-stop corporate babble.
True.
Well, let's not worry about that for now. Shall I take you to the inn?
Okay. Let's go. After watching Yanqing and the others leave.
It is the Luofu's honor to have you in attendance at the war dance. Yet, the fact that a simple martial arts ceremony has attracted esteemed generals from the Zhu Ming and the Yao Qing implies intentions beyond mere spectating. Might there be any specific instructions from the marshal?
You're overthinking it, Jingyuan. As I said, I'm here to broaden my granddaughter's horizons. I have no ulterior motives. However, I have no clue what the Yaoqing Arbiter General has in mind. Do you remember when you accepted this position? I told you that an Arbiter General's battlefield goes beyond the physical one. You'll need to lead and manage everything on the Xianzhou. The title of Arbiter General holds a weight far greater than its literal
Oh, so he's like the general, not only of the Luofu, but of the whole Xianzhou.
So many years have passed, and you've done well. However, longevity for the Xianzhou people can be a curse. Living too long means that every mistake you made will lurk in the shadows. And one day, they'll eventually catch up to you. The Marshal knows everything that has happened on the Luofu. As for the Merlin's Claw of the Yaoqing, she has come specifically for you.
Is he talking about Feixiao? She is from
Speaking
the
of which, why hasn't she
Yaoqing,
arrived
right?
yet? They say the Merlin's Claw strikes like lightning.
Wait,
Being
no.
late isn't her style.
Is she? I forgot.
That's not true, General Huaiyan. She's been here a while, but I'm sure you've heard of her unbridled nature.
So it is her.
As soon as she disembarked from the star skiff, she mentioned having something to attend to and simply disappeared.
Wait, does he have Welt's voice? I heard that he might be getting another voice actor, and Argenti and Huohuo, as well as Mr. Tail or Tail, they also got like new voices. And with like Argenti and Huohuo, we don't really know why. Something must have happened. I don't know.
You must be the messengers from the Xianzhou Yaoqing, I assume.
We are Jiaoqiu and Moza, retainers of the Merlin's Claw. It's an honor to meet you in person, Arbiter Generals.
Nice. I really love his character design. He's an assassin. Why do like the 4-star characters look that good?
Now this is interesting. A guest who doesn't come to visit but sends a message instead. What does she mean? Tell me, what could be more important to her than coming here?
Master heard about a spectacular view in Scale Gorge Waterscape. I believe she went there to enjoy it.
Okay. He has some weird eyes. He seems like someone who is like having a lot of secrets.
A spectacular view? Ha! Did you hear that, Jingyuan? This person is being sarcastic.
Please do not misunderstand me, General Huaiyan. I was simply stating the truth. Master thought it would be inappropriate to keep you waiting, so she sent us here.
Okay. I like Moses' character design.
Once she's finished with admiring the scenery, she'll personally come and apologize to the both of you.
I would like it a lot better if like these Foxian people had like sharp teeth. That would be nice. But I'm happy that we are seeing a lot of new characters.
Drat, I forgot to ask Yunli to return my sword.
I'll go get it back for you.
No need to bother. The
Why
Juming envoys won't be
not?
leaving the
I want
Luofu
to see
anytime soon.
LINGSHA.
I'll ask for it later when we meet again.
My girl Fushi is in the game.
By the way, I don't know if it's just me, but the general seemed a little reserved. Could it be because of Elder Huaiyan's visit?
Reserved? Really?
He was the same as always.
Maybe I'm just overthinking things.
No, you're not. When I entered the Palace of Astrum, I realized that the messenger from the Xianzhou Juming was actually the Arbiter General himself. So, the messenger from the Xianzhou Yaoqing must be the Merlin's Claw herself, I
The
presume.
Merlin's Claw.
That's right.
Well, that's what makes this entire thing so unusual.
What's so unusual about it? They simply received an invitation from Jing Yuan, just like the crew, right?
The war dance is just a small festival. And now we have 2 Arbiter Generals from other Xianzhou ships here. I'm afraid they're here for something more. Maybe they've come to hold Jing Yuan accountable for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis?
Hold him accountable? Come on, didn't the Luofu fall victim to the disciples of Sanctus Medicus and the Antimatter Legion? Why would they blame the victim?
Don Shu's rebellion and Ventilia's scheming are merely one side of the story to the other Arbiter Generals of the Alliance. Only a single piece of incontrovertible evidence remains, creating an endless source of potential complications.
Okay.
The Ambrosial Arbor.
Yes. It's undeniable that the plague mark, which was subdued by the Xianzhou Luofu, has resurfaced. But was it really a conspiracy instigated by the Antimatter Legion? Or does it indicate a traitorous intent from within the Luofu, implicating Jing Yuan himself? Once the spark of suspicion is kindled, it proves hard to extinguish.
We can vouch for Jing Yuan, though. No wonder we were called back for the ceremony. Yeah, we can vouch. I mean,
the general must have had
does it
that
really
in
mean
mind when he
anything?
invited us to attend the war dance.
What was I thinking? Seriously, here I was looking forward to a carefree and enjoyable trip.
Well,
Seems wherever we go, drama is just around the corner.
I thought we would have like a vacation in Penacony, and look what it was. Not a vacation in Penacony.
Aw, I was so excited. I thought those Arbiter Generals were just here to see the ceremony. By the way, I heard that an alchemist from the Juming diplomatic ship has arrived, and rumors say that she's to be the new Cauldron Master of the Alchemy Commission on the Luofu.
An alchemist from the Juming serving as the Cauldron Master on the Luofu? While it's not unheard of, the timing itself...
Sometimes I really have a problem to like keep up with the specific terms in the Xianzhou Luofu.
Thanks to your words, Mr. Danheng. Now I finally see the underlying tensions. The General is under tremendous pressure right now, but I was completely oblivious to his troubles. How naive of me.
Come on, don't think like that.
True.
Leave the adult matters to the adults. Even if you wanted to do something for the General, it's not like you can do anything.
You can just do your job. That really helps him, I think.
Did I say something wrong? Again?
You're a real master of conversation.
Miss March is right. I don't have the skills to share the General's burdens at the moment. Still, I'll do my best to follow his instructions. Let's go. Once I've taken you to your accommodations, I need to go to the Artisanship Commission to handle the IPC's protest.
He looks like he has a lot on his mind. We can't just let him go alone. Why don't we accompany you to the Artisanship Commission?
This is too much trouble. While I appreciate your kindness,
let him just
dealing
do
with
his
the
work.
IPC's workers could be tricky. I'm afraid this will cause trouble for the Express.
No
Will it?
worries. We're pretty experienced in dealing with the IPC. You've heard of the 10 Stone Hearts? We've dealt with quite a few of them, right?
But not enough. Brag all you want, but don't drag me into this. You're a real master of conversation. Stop. I don't want to end up in an IPC lawsuit.
Hey, who's bragging? Anyway, this time it'll just be a few ordinary IPC workers.
Yeah.
Surely you don't think they'll be even trickier than Aventurine, do you?
Aventurine was a sweetheart.
Well, since you're willing to help, I won't decline your kindness. Let's head to the Artisanship Commission and meet them.
And funny coincidence, guys, I found out that Aventurine, like the actual stone Aventurine, is the stone of wealth. So it makes sense that he's Aventurine because he's all about money, right? Okay. Let's just head to our next destination. There is already a lot
Can
of
I really
dialogue.
reason with you Xianzhou people? I think I get it now. In your words, this is called looting a burning house, right?
But I am trying to reason with you here.
That toxic voice sounds familiar. Haven't I heard it before in Arum Alley?
Arum Alley.
You know what? This isn't my first time dealing with the Skyfaring Commission. I can handle your unreasonable ways.
Did we see him before?
But straight up snatching IPC cargo, isn't that going a bit too far?
Did we see her before?
Just as I've said it many times already. Once we've inspected the cargo and completed the security check, you can be on your way. Is there something wrong with your ears, or is it just your brain?
Whoa. That kind of escalated quickly.
I'm hearing you loud and clear. I'm thinking clear. And my answer is crystal clear. Not a chance. Keep detaining my cargo and I'll file a complaint directly with your general.
Okay. What's all this arguing about? Scott, 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 what are you doing here? Did I just hear a dog barking? So, it seems we know this IPC guy from the Arum Alley quest.
I was gonna ask you the same thing. Why do I keep running into you?
Why are you mad?
You're staying on the Xianzhou, are you? What terrible luck. Wherever you go, disasters aren't far behind.
Excuse me?
Aren't you the guest from the Astral Express? What brings you and Yanqing to the Artisanship Commission?
Yeah, well, this. I heard you. I'm here to help Yanqing sort the trouble caused by the IPC.
They're in trouble? No, it's me. I'm the one in trouble.
Well, guess wrong answer.
Looks like you've met this IPC worker before.
Mm.
I'm not
Can't
sure if
remember
that's a good or
though.
bad thing. I was sent here to deal with the IPC protests, Miss Shikui. What's going on here?
As you know, this IPC transport ship was attacked by the Borisin and rescued by the Juming's diplomatic ship. Then the Cloud Knights were instructed to bring it back to the dock for repairs and inspections. And this is Mr. Scott, the person in charge of this transport ship.
So, you're Scott. I've heard her mention you. Weren't you kicked off the Luofu before? Why did you come back?
Like I wanted to come back. I thought I'd just dock at the harbor for repairs and leave this forsaken place for good. Little did I know, as soon as the ship entered the harbor, a bunch of Cloud Knights showed up and snatched all our cargo from the hold.
What do you mean by snatched? I've told you 1,000,000 times. It's a security check.
Then why did you bring the cargo to the Artisanship Commission? You even brought in some shady craftsmen. It's obvious you're trying to steal the IPC's patented technology.
What the hell is even going on?
Listen here. Firstly, the Skyfaring Commission detected dangerous items that could possibly be weapons in your cargo hold. That's why they called me here, to double check. Secondly, where the heck did you get the idea that I'm a shady craftsman?
Even if there are dangerous items, what do they have to do with you? It's not even being shipped to the Luofu. We'll just fix the ship and be on our way. We
But
won't
it's
unload
now
our
on the
cargo here.
Luofu.
But you'll have to stay in the port for several days before your ship is repaired and you can take off again. How can we just leave unchecked items sitting here?
Sure.
I understand, but we don't need to disassemble the cargo if it's just a security check, right?
In most cases, we don't. However, our scans discovered that the cargo doesn't only contain machinery, but also some substance that resembles biological tissue.
Okay.
Biological tissue? Does this crate contain living things?
I'm afraid we'll need to wait for the Alchemy Commission for further confirmation. In any case, according to our regulations, we need to unseal one of the crates for further examination. But this IPC specialist has been hindering us on the grounds of patent secrecy.
The Alliance's regulations on biological products are very strict. Without further inspection, there is no way for the Skyfaring Commission to release the cargo.
Oh, really? Fine! If anyone lays a finger on that shipment, they'll have me to deal with. It doesn't matter if it's mechanical or biological. It's none of your business. I'm filing a complaint against the Skyfaring Commission's ridiculous regulations.
This Mr. Scott seems stubborn and difficult to persuade.
True.
Honestly, I really don't want to have a vicious confrontation with the IPC.
Well, I know a thing or two about convincing Scott.
I heard how you helped Aramali. The IPC representative back then was Mr. Scott, right? Since you've dealt with him before, it looks like I'll have to rely on you again.
What are you guys whispering about over there? Just hurry up and give us back
Shut
our
up.
cargo.
I don't like this dude. Okay. Negotiations again. Negotiation strategies to apply various negotiation techniques to help you succeed.
As I recall, this guy won't listen to reason and can only be persuaded with intimidation.
Okay.
But he does seem to follow rules to some extent. Let's use that against him.
Speaking of regulations, we have our own laws and regulations too. According to Article 4 of the Xianzhou Alliance IPC Trade Consensus, the Alliance and IPC shall never infringe on each other's intellectual property rights.
Start by making him uncomfortable. Use the engine to intimidate him. Remind him of his emotional triggers, smoke and mirror. So he follows some rules to some extent. Huh.
The Alliance can sign a non-disclosure agreement with you. That way, you won't have to worry about any infringements, right?
We can sign a mutually acceptable non-disclosure agreement in accordance with the IPC's rules.
Well, that makes sense, but how can we trust you to honor the terms? Even if we set aside the secrecy of intellectual property, these prototypes built by the Intelligentsia Guild are incredibly valuable, beyond your wildest imagination. If anything goes wrong, you won't be able to pay for it even with your lives.
Just skip the reasoning part and resort to good old violence. Assure him that you will proceed with caution. Pay you compensation you wish. The Skyfaring Commission can pay compensation. Can we pay him compensation? Good question.
Don't underestimate Xianzhou technology. Even if they need to dismantle your cargo, the Artisanship Commission can easily put it back together.
Yeah, go ahead and brag about their skills. After all, you're just a negotiator.
I should have gone with 4.
But I'm different. I'm an IPC member, and my fleet has accepted this transportation order. Naturally, I need to be responsible for the integrity of every piece of cargo. Besides, the cargo on this transport vessel belongs to the Intelligentsia Guild. If you want to inspect the cargo, shouldn't you at least call in a member of the Intelligentsia Guild to be present?
Try to resolve this according to Xianzhou. IPC bro, what am I supposed to do? What am I? Feign retreat, return to previous round. Okay, let's go to the previous round.
Could you repeat that? Can you give us an exact amount, Mr. Scott? If there's any damage after the inspection, the Express... I mean, the Skyfaring Commission will compensate you.
The Skyfaring Commission. Yeah, they will compensate you, provided a detailed report of the damage is submitted.
I don't doubt the financial strength of the Skyfaring Commission. However, this is not just about money. Besides, the cargo on this transport vessel belongs to the Intelligentsia.
Yeah, okay. Should we do it IPC? Double the resource? Skip this round of negotiations? No. We should still try to resolve this in the Xianzhou way?
According to the principle of territoriality, since your vessel is stranded on the Xianzhou, the Skyfaring Commission has the right to inspect it.
Indeed. According to Article 27 of the Xianzhou Legal Code, all official and private goods upon entering the port shall be subject to inspection.
Even if it was
Failure
just
to
an
submit to such
accident
inspection
that
shall be
he's
deemed
here.
equivalent to the possession of unlawful items and shall be subject to legal ramifications.
Huh? My synesthesia beacon must not be working, because I have no idea what you just said.
Shut up.
Simply put, if you insist on hindering the inspection, we'll have to treat the cargo as unlawful items and confiscate it.
Confiscate it? How can you Xianzhou people be so unreasonable?
If this were pure point, and incoming cargo posed a safety risk, the IPC would take it in for containment and disposal, correct?
That's true. But the IPC sometimes makes exceptions. For example, they've always given special terms to Xianzhou vessels.
That's not true. Where's the proof? I need proof.
We both need to follow the regulations, because that's how the IPC and the Xianzhou operate, right? As an IPC worker, I have to abide by its regulations. If I make an exception and allow you to inspect the cargo, it'll spell disaster for me.
Why? Xianzhou people are just following their own rules. Talk about his unpromising career path. No.
Everyone has their own set of rules. Now that you're on their turf, shouldn't you follow their rules too?
Yeah, I get it. I know I'm on the Xianzhou, but if I violate the IPC
Then
regulations,
why
I'll be in
did he
deep trouble
even
when I
come
get
here in the
back.
first place if he's not ready to follow their rules? He should have known.
Well, you guys sure know how to argue your case.
Fine.
I'll allow you to do the security inspection. It's just that, I need some time to sort things out. This is a big deal. Let me talk to headquarters first.
So, Mr. Scott, are you just stalling for time and planning to leave the Xianzhou as soon as your ship is repaired? To avoid the Skyfaring Commission's inspection?
Well, IPC staff are free to come and go, as long as they don't break any laws.
Who is that?
Yeah, you've got some insight there. Who are you again?
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm LINGSHA, Cauldron Master and head of the Alchemy Commission on the Luofu.
Yeah. Man, I really wanted to see her. She looks so good.
Could she be?
What?
Yeah, she's the new Cauldron Master assigned here from the Xianzhou Juming.
Ooh, she's so pretty.
I received a report from the Artisanship Commission about cargo containing samples of unknown organisms.
If
It
they
said they needed
bring
help from
in
the Alchemy Commission.
Fuhua, I will
I
cry.
had nothing better to do, so I came myself.
I hope she has a twin somewhere and that's just a resemblance of like Nuwa.
It's fine, Mr. Scott. If you really don't want your cargo to be inspected, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter? How can you say that?
Why are you being so nice all of a sudden? Well, since you're not going to check it,
What is
I'll
going
take this
on?
crate and be on my way. Is that okay with everyone?
No.
Yeah, sure. Why should I object? Not only this sample, but all the goods on the transport ship are yours to keep. Like I said, we won't inspect them.
Weird.
Wait a minute!
What is she doing?
Well, that's more like it. If only the young displayed a more reasonable attitude, we could have sidestepped that altercation just now. Our ship will leave in a
Weird.
few days once the engines are repaired.
Your ship can leave whenever you want, but I'm afraid I can't say the same for your cargo.
Oh.
According to the import and export regulations signed between the Xianzhou and IPC, all biological shipments can only leave the port when they have confirmed to be of no threat, or when all biological activity expires. Since we can't determine if your shipment is safe for the environment, I guess we'll have to wait for its biological activity to expire. Let me check the previous cases.
normally it'll only take around 47 star calendar years.
What?
Only 47 years?
Why so surprised? You're still young and full of energy. I'm pretty sure you'll live a few more decades. Have some confidence in yourself.
Ha! Typical of a long-life species. Your words are dripping with sarcasm. While you may not care about time, I do. I'll be demanding double compensation from the Skyfaring Commission for every minute wasted.
Sure thing, Mr. Scott. You seem pretty confident that your career and life will last long enough to witness this victory unfold.
Wow. She is good.
Step aside, guys. Let them do the inspection.
But, Mr. Scott...
Come on, we're already in enough trouble. Just let them do the security inspection. And if needed, I can always grovel before the Intelligentsia Guild later. I'm just using my head for what it's apparently good for, right?
Thanks, bro.
Well, honestly, at least you're not as annoying as that woman. Bro, just do the inspection.
This lady is really something else.
Ooh.
Is this the IPC product?
She's so pretty.
Listen up. Any damages caused by inspections will be filed with the IPC.
What the hell?
Turn it off.
Well, we have some showdowns here. What the hell is going on? With Terror Grip, attacking the cast of Terror Grip once can dispel Terror Grip. Ends if the cast of Terror Grip is not attacked to dispel, then affected ally will fall into a terrified state. That sounds awful.
Oh, how unexpected. That was a surprise.
Netmark activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
I want to use like trial characters.
An elusive forte.
Ill fate descends.
Detecting damage.
Destined
What did
for
it
oblivion.
say? Something damage.
Lacerate. No dirty tricks. Watch your head.
Abnormal.
Ill tidings manifest. Commencing support.
Something is abnormal.
Sure, I'll play along. I weep for the
What
departed.
the hell?
It too shall fall.
Okay, easy.
Were you seriously planning to leave this stuff unchecked at the dock for days? That's way too dangerous.
I had no idea about it. You must have accidentally triggered the cargo's defense program.
Nah.
I don't think trying to shift the blame is a wise choice.
True.
But seriously, I don't know why that thing suddenly started moving. I swear on the Amber Lord.
Enough. Miss Shikwe, please escort our IPC guest to the Skyfaring Commission.
I'm on it. Please follow me, Mr. Scott.
He's in trouble.
Gentlemen, our preliminary inspection shows that there is indeed hidden biological tissues inside, just like the craftsman feared.
She's so pretty. I love that she's like some elfish woman, you know, like the 10 Stone Hearts woman, the vampire lady.
I can't even tell if it's ingenium or biological in nature.
Why do you say that?
The core of this device is what they call wetware in industry slang. To put it simply, this machine operates with a kind of biological nerve as its control center.
Okay.
I'll take some samples for the alchemist to analyze and figure out where the biological tissue comes from.
Why would the Intelligentsia Guild use such unethical technology? Perhaps they're trying to create a new weapon?
Whatever the reason is, it's probably why the Borison attacked the ship. No wonder the IPC were trying to obstruct our inspection. I'll contact the Ten Lords Commission and ask the judges to come and give their final verdict on this. According to our rules, all prisoners and weapons involving dangerous creatures must be taken to the shackling prison for further sentencing. After all, it's the safest place on the Luofu. As for you, Mr. Craftsman, please go with the Cloud Knights and explain the situation to the judge.
Crazy. Everyone disperses and goes their own way.
I had a feeling that the IPC members would cause trouble, but I didn't think they'd be this tricky. Thanks for your help, Miss LINGSHA.
I should thank you for saving my life. Your sword skills were impressive. Taking down that big guy.
I like her, she's so pretty.
I thought the General's retainers were all burly martial masters.
She kind of looks like a reptile.
So...
Is that the right word? Cute, miniature, young. Cute.
Can't argue with that. As for you, you must be the guests from the Astral Express, right? Saving the Luofu from that crisis. It's so impressive.
It wasn't a big deal. Really.
It's still early. So why don't we get some tea at the Alchemy Commission?
Yes.
We can discuss your suggestions for revitalizing the commission.
I'd be happy to accept your invitation.
And you three are coming too, right?
Okay, that is so exciting. We're seeing so many characters. What did we achieve? Okay, convince, defeat Howling Casket. Oh, that's the enemy, right? Okay, let's drink some tea with LINGSHA. Let's go. She looks more like not a snake, Sushang. Not a snake, but
pay my respects to the new
yeah, something with scales as well.
All
Maybe
these
they are
years,
not elves.
and the view at the Alchemy Commission hasn't changed a bit. The tides come and go, but the ancient sea remains the same. For us Vidyadhara, there's nothing
so
more
she's a
nostalgic
dragon.
than our homeland.
You're a Luofu native, Miss LINGSHA?
Yeah, see, that's why she's having like the sharp ears and everything.
Yes, I grew up here, listening to the sound of waves while researching prescriptions with my mentors and peers at the Alchemy Commission.
And she has scales.
It's kind of sad, isn't it? Everything changes, but somehow remains familiar. Just like you, Don Hung, I traveled far from home, and now I've returned. Seeing the familiar scenery brings back a hint of nostalgia.
The view here would be even better without the ambrosial arbor.
Oh, really? I think that towering tree looks pretty impressive.
Even if it's impressive, it's a plague mark. The Xianzhou have been fighting abominations for thousands of years. And now that the ambrosial arbor has been reborn, it's only natural for everyone to feel uneasy.
Well, once a seed is planted, no matter how long it takes, it'll eventually sprout and bear fruit, in my humble opinion. The rebirth of the ambrosial arbor and the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were inevitable. The seed was already planted when the ancestors of the Xianzhou sought immortality.
Why such a serious topic? All of a sudden, we can't just make wild speculations about these things, Miss LINGSHA. I thought we were here to have some tea, but where's the tea?
My bad. Well, since you went through the entire ambrosial arbor crisis firsthand, Dan Heng and Lieutenant Yanqing, I'd like to discuss something with you.
Okay.
What would you like to discuss, Miss LINGSHA?
I was lucky enough to be chosen by the Alliance to come in and clean up all the old grime in the Alchemy Commission.
Okay.
Honestly, the Alchemy Commission is riddled with problems and has reached a point where fixing it seems impossible. I'm looking to remedy this problem, but was wondering if you could provide any insights
Well, even though I'm a Vidyadharan like you, I'm an outsider, just like my companions here. I can't really say much about a remedy, but I do have a piece of advice, Miss LINGSHA. The Vidyadhara and the Alchemy Commission on the Luofu have always been intricately connected. If you cannot distance yourself from these ties, Miss LINGSHA, changing the situation within the Alchemy Commission may be quite challenging.
I may not know about politics, but I do know that the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have been operating within the Alchemy Commission for years. If you're determined to root them out, maybe you should discuss it with the General.
Okay. I see. Thank you for your valuable insights. While the Lux Arrow from the Rainbow possesses unparalleled power to sever the Ambrosial Arbor, it can't sever mortals' desire to prolong their existence. Just like how the Cloud Knights can eliminate the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, but are unable to calm the hearts and minds of the people within the Alchemy Commission. Our Xianzhou forebears knew this well, and that's why they entrusted the duty of guarding the roots of the Arbor to the Vidyadhara. However, the Vidyadhara are still only mortal beings. 30 years ago, my mentor served as Alchemy Commission's Cauldron Master. She recognized the emerging undercurrents and sought to cleanse the source of the disturbance. Unfortunately, even though she was skilled in the art of healing, she didn't understand the human heart or how to eliminate the sickness lurking within the depths of the Alchemy Commission. In the end, she was framed and exiled to the Juming.
Crazy.
I was also implicated and had to leave the Luofu.
So she's like down, huh?
And guess who arbitrated the case and handed down the sentence? None other than General Jing Yuan himself.
What?
You heard it right. The ones responsible for the corruption in the Alchemy Commission are not just the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, but even the Divine Foresight himself.
Crazy.
Alas, why is your face turning pale, Yanqing? Don't worry about it.
I really
understand
like
that when someone
her.
holds a
She's
position
so
of power, they may
mysterious.
sometimes have to make tough decisions. I won't hold any personal grudges against him. Besides, at our age, holding personal grudges is a luxury we can't afford.
LINGSHA, you're back!
Yeah,
I've been
Yunli.
waiting ages for you.
Yunli! Why aren't you with your grandpa? What brings you to the Alchemy Commission? Well, let me take this opportunity to introduce you to Yanqing.
Yeah.
What a small world. You stole my sword! Give it back!
Here we go again.
I see. Let's skip the introduction part then.
Why do I keep bumping into you? Are you stalking me or something?
Hey, I was here first.
Of course not. Unlike you, Miss Yunli, I have important things to take care of. You, on the other hand, seem to have all the time in the world to wander around without returning my sword.
They are becoming best friends in the end, right?
Grandpa
I
used
can
to say
sense
that a
it.
sword reflects its master. I talked to your sword, and it told me that you've been distracted. You hesitate when you should strike, and you struggle to stay calm when your sword is unsheathed. Now that I see you again, I realize your sword was right. It wasn't me who took your sword. It was you who lost focus.
Do you really expect me to believe that nonsense? I've been taking it easy on you because you're a guest from the
Everyone's
Juming.
just
But you're
watching.
not taking the hint. Don't people from the Juming know you're supposed to return what you've borrowed?
Just look at this flying sword. Even if I gave it back to you now, it'd just be taken away again in a few hours. You know the Cloud Knight saying, a Cloud Knight must never let slip their weapon. Yes? Well, sure, I can give it back to you now, but on the battlefield, that's a whole different story. Poor flying sword.
Fine. You don't have to give it back, because I'll take it back myself!
Okay, maybe I should call the general. Oh, to be young and at the whim of impulse. So this is the wardens. To be young.
Between these two, who do you think is tougher? Don't get me wrong, I'm just curious.
March.
Get ready to separate them.
It is my first day at the Alchemy Commission. A brawl is definitely not how I imagined celebrating it.
Well, since you don't approve, I won't draw my sword here.
I didn't mean it in that way. Since you've already drawn your swords, you'd be disappointed if you didn't get to test one another.
What?
Right? I've received reports that the delves near the Alchemy Commission are still infested with abominations. Seems like my predecessors left quite a mess. So, if you two want to determine who's better, why not focus on them instead of each other?
Clearing out some abominations? Sounds boring.
It's the Cloud Knight's duty to eliminate those abominations. You don't have to ask me twice, Miss LINGSHA. I'll help you get rid of them.
Okay.
Oh, you think you're the only one who knows how to behave? If LINGSHA needs anything, I'll gladly draw my sword and help her out.
It's so heartwarming to see both of you being so sweet and caring.
Why
So
is
then,
this so
shall we
funny?
get going?
Bro, what the hell is going on? Okay. What the
Ever
hell?
since the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were eradicated, their experimental abominations have been festering here. If you want a contest, I'll be the referee. The one who kills the most abominations
Oh
within an hour
god, this is like Jingliu.
LINGSHA, as always, you're still an expert in making unpaid work sound so noble and grand.
It's for your own good, little Yunli. While you desire to compete against each other, I don't want to see either of you getting hurt.
That's really thoughtful of you, Cauldron Master.
So, are you both ready?
Oh, wait, why am I playing Yanqing? Let me play Yunli.
Ugh. Looks like my Let me say it again. Be careful when you draw your swords, and make sure you...
Can we start now, LINGSHA?
Oh, wait, I just thought she is repeating the dialogue. That's why I wanted to skip it. Oh, bro, what the fuck? Wait!
Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
I don't even have the right team. I should have changed my team.
Destiny is apparent.
Ill tidings manifest.
Enemy
Oh,
targets
it's okay.
detected.
Let's just...
It too shall fall.
I didn't expect someone who can't even hold on to a sword to actually have some skill.
Well, it's not because of Yanqing that I'm winning.
Ow! Strike with heart!
Descend to earth!
Yo. Chill.
Ill fate descends. Beneath the waters lies an
I really
endless
like
abyss.
Yunli. Maybe I should go for her.
I weep for the departed.
I need to get rid of them very fast to like win this.
It too shall fall.
I kind of want Yunli to win. But yeah.
Destiny is apparent.
Ill tidings manifest.
Time for swordplay!
Through clouds!
We're struggling.
Swords descend!
I mean, come on, Yanqing isn't really doing much
Still waters
damage.
of oblivion.
We don't even have a healer.
Strike with
I'm
heart!
just noticing it now. How many more do I have to kill?
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Commencing support. Descend to earth!
Okay. We won.
I win, Miss Yunli!
You got lucky.
Why don't you just give me back my sword, sincerely apologize, and then go cry your eyes out to your grandpa?
I want a love story, man. Like young love between them, enemies to lovers.
Consider
I'm reading
yourself
too much
lucky that
books,
I'm not
man.
interested in your rusty sword, as I don't have the nasty habit of snatching other people's weapons.
All you did was chop down a few monsters. Don't get carried away with yourself. If you think you can just take this sword from my hand, go ahead and try.
Kids. Ooh, let's go. Nice. She's just breaking. Yo, March. That is so cool, man. Yanqing. Wait, who am I rooting for? Ooh, Feixiao. Yo, what the?
Well fought, my young friends.
Wait, she's so pretty. What the hell? I wasn't actually sure if I really like her, but in-game she's so pretty.
However, both of you have shortcomings. One of you focuses on dodging and weaving, while the other relies on brute strength, trying to take down targets with a single strike.
I like her character design. She looks great. Man, so many great characters are coming and
Who are you?
I don't want to earn enough money, guys, to like roll on all of them.
Me? I'm just a patient seeking medicine from the Alchemy Commission.
That's not
a
true.
passerby, if you will.
She's a general. I love her eyes. Whoa. What is happening?
I thought I'd see my fill of impressive fights during the war dance. Yet here I am, able to witness a remarkable fight at the Alchemy Commission, of all places. Well, the Luofu is never short of surprises. However, I have
She's such a
small
pretty
suggestion for
Foxian,
you.
man.
Why don't you settle this dispute fair and square in the war dances room? That way, you can resolve your differences with a proper duel and put your grudges behind you.
Grudges? No, not at all. Yunli and I, we were just sparring.
Oh?
Sparring? You summoned your flying swords and she swung her sword with full strength. No grudges between you. I don't believe it.
Both of them are here.
Aha! What brings you here, Lady Feixiao? Have you finished your health consultation with the Dragon Lady?
Feixiao? Grandpa always talks about you.
Why does she look
You're-
so good in game?
The Merlin's Claw of the Xianzhou Yukong?
Looks like I'm quite famous on the Xianzhou Luofu, too.
Of course. Everyone has heard of the great general. Known to all, and unbeknown to none.
Great General. Isn't that title a bit too narcissistic? I don't
Mhm.
like it. Ooh, I heard there's a dozing general on the Luofu, so I came up with a humble nickname for myself.
Dozing?
The Lacking General. Lacking in worries, regrets,
Oh.
and rivals.
Wait, that was in her description when the drip marketing started.
Sounds much better, right?
Yeah, well.
Yeah, that's a befitting title that sounds both humble and impressive. Now that the sparring session is over, Yanqing and Yunli, shouldn't you politely thank General Feixiao for her guidance and bury the hatchet?
Here's your sword. Keep it safe. Or it might get taken away again. By the way, we haven't settled the score yet. I'll defeat you fair and square next time we fight.
This is how she apologizes? Now that I finally got my sword back, I should report to the seat of divine foresight. I'll take my leave, General Feixiao.
I love her jacket. She has such a good design, man. I didn't really pay attention to like what she looked like in the art, but in game I think that's the first character that I think looks in game way better than outside of the game. Man.
Oh,
She's
by
a
the
wind
way,
type
Miss
character,
LINGSHA,
right?
if you've got some free time, I'd like to invite you to the Seat of Divine Foresight for a chat with General Jingyuan. I think there's more to those personal grudges you mentioned earlier.
Thanks for stepping in, General Feixiao.
Wait, we're
Otherwise,
leaving with
I'd have had to knock them out with my incense.
Hmm?
Not at all. Just doing what you asked. How about we call it even as payment for the healer lady's consultation?
Sorry, but even a general needs to pay their bills.
Yeah.
We don't do credit here. And let's not forget, you'd have been waiting decades for a chance to see the Dragon Lady if it weren't for me.
Well, you can always send the bill to the Seat of Divine Foresight and say it's for mentoring those kids. After all, it was quite the effort splitting them up. I nearly had to get tough. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to find a spot and get some fresh air.
So apparently it seems like she has some kind of condition. That's why she wanted to meet Bailu. A moment later, Feixiao leisurely walks to the ancient something. I can't read that fast. Oh! There are so
Back
many
already?
new characters.
You've met with Jing Yuan and wandered around for a few hours. So, what do you think?
It appears that the Divine Foresight is using this war dance as a show of strength to convince everyone that the Luofu is prospering after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis.
They're showing like literally every new character here.
But... I know you're going to say but, right?
And Mose is quite big.
But the influx of people attending the war dance is like a breeding ground for disorder and rumors. One wrong move, and the Luofu could be in a world of chaos.
His voice sounds familiar.
The Cloud Knights on the streets remain vigilant, so at the very least, General Jing Yuan is aware of this. As for other matters, I'm unable to say.
I'm sorry, I can't listen to this. He sounds like Weld, right? Is it just me who thinks that he has like a very much similar tone to Weld?
I'd prefer to be excused from future meetings with generals.
Crazy.
I'm just a military healer. And now all of a sudden I'm thrust onto the center stage having
His
cordial
voice sounds
chats
familiar
with
as
two
well.
generals.
I'm not sure if I have said that or if I just thought about it.
My work doesn't lend itself to being in the limelight either.
Is that his new voice? Or was it fake information that he is going to get a new voice as well?
Just
I'm not
stop
sure
whining.
anymore.
At least you're in one piece, right?
One Piece.
Before getting in touch with General Jing Yuan, I wanted to put aside my assumptions and see his momentum. That includes the overall bearing of the Cloud Knights on the street, what people are saying, and how those close to him behave.
Wait, where is her tail?
The might of an army dwells not within its pawns, but within the force of its collective momentum. Recognizing this fact reveals the true measure of power.
He has a tail.
Thanks for enlightening me, General.
But she doesn't. I didn't see it at first, but now?
A perfectly clear statement turned confusing thanks to your translation.
Maybe she's not a full
You've made me
Foxian.
lose where I was now. Anyway, this is how I operate in battle, so you might as well get used to it.
Wait, not all Foxians have tails, right? I'm so confused.
Are you treating General Jing Yuan as your enemy?
The longest-serving general of the Xianzhou Luofu. Do you think he'd have only a few enemies?
Why would you want to be his enemy?
By the way, General, you met the healer lady, yes? Could you show me the medicine she prescribed you?
Well, the healer lady couldn't do anything about my condition. She just told me to enjoy some tasty food.
So not even the famed healer lady could help?
With what?
Don't worry. I'll fulfill my promise and find a
Is
way
she
to cure
going
you.
crazy?
Actually,
Like
I've found some
Jingliu?
leads.
Well, life and death, Zhao Chou. It's all predetermined.
Why is she so pretty?
Upon starting my military career,
Ooh.
I made a pledge that the rest of my life would be dedicated to being the Xianzhou spearhead, hunting down the abominations of abundance till the end of my days. As long as I can fulfill that deep-seated desire, I don't care how long I live. You asked if I view General Jing Yuan as my enemy. No. My real enemy has always been myself.
Okay.
Enjoy some tasty food. So, what's for dinner tonight?
Jeez. You really know how to read the room, don't you?
You guys figure it out for yourselves. I'm due to catch up with an old war friend I've not seen for quite a long time.
Who is it? Okay, we're going back to the exalting singer. Man, so much is happening, and the War Dance Festival hasn't even started, and we didn't even get to the shackling prison.
I mean, when Yunli swung that massive sword, she just casually blocked her attack with ease.
Mine too.
Yeah. But to go up against Yunli is quite impressive, you know? That aura of heroism and grace. It almost makes me want to learn Xianzhou swordplay. You think so too, right?
Yep, those moves were fabulous. Oh, is that because she wants to learn? The general is totally something else. Xianzhou swordplay is really good. Like, really, really good. Swordplay.
I agree. General Feixiao is indeed impressive.
I was talking about Yanqing, actually.
Oh.
Thanks for the kind words, Miss March. The war dance is coming up, and I've been chosen to represent the Cloud Knights in the ceremony. I've had my fair share of defeats lately, and even though I know there are always more skilled sword masters out there,
poor boy.
seeing General Feixiao's skills today has made me feel a bit uneasy again.
Don't underestimate yourself. After all, generals won't fight in the ring during the war dance. Just remember the state of mind you had when you single-handedly took on me and Blade, putting life and death aside. With that mindset, you can prevail against most challengers.
Sure.
I see. Thanks for the advice, Master Danheng.
Master.
By the way, now that today's events are over, General Jing Yuan wants to invite all of you to the Seat of Divine Foresight. He has something important to discuss.
Okay, something important.
I bet it's about how to deal with the generals from the Yaoqing and the Juming.
I really don't want to get caught up in grown-up games so soon. I just hope Generals Feixiao and Huaiyan can see the truth. We don't need any more chaos on the Luofu before the war dance.
Oh, maybe we are just starting here with like the first information, and in the next continuance we are like actually having the War Dance Festival. But we also need like a base for the next planet.
You'd be a tool to miss a tile in the...
Wait, where is the Seat of Divine Foresight? Teleport. Is that a new feature on the map? Oh, the old man is here. Oh, Yunli.
Earlier at the Palace of Astrum, I introduced these guests from the Astral Express to you, Elder Huaiyan. But with all the people around, we only exchanged pleasantries. Now, I'd like to officially introduce them to you. These three braved great dangers, accompanying me to perilous places, defeating the chief culprit Vantilia, and uncovering the conspiracies of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus.
That's us?
You wished well.
Oh,
I skimmed through the reports about the Arbor's rebirth from the Master Diviner Fu Xuan. She's been summoned to the Yu Chui for questioning. There are a lot of doubts within the Alliance about this whole situation. But despite all that, I believe in you.
Okay.
Since you joined the ranks, you have repeatedly achieved remarkable feats. After the High Cloud Quintet each went their separate ways, despite the many criticisms within the Alliance, the Marshal still stood firm against the dissenting voices and entrusted the Luofu to you. Over the years, you've served the Alliance with loyalty and wisdom. You've taken down abominations in Thalassa, rescued the Xianzhou Luofu from a siege, and destroyed the demonic planet summoned by the denizens of abundance. I still remember those battles vividly. There are fools who doubt your loyalty. They're happy to see the divine foresight fail because it gives them some kind of sick satisfaction. They haven't achieved anything of their own, so they feed off the failures of others.
Okay.
But I've seen enough failures in my time, and I want to believe that your loyalty has never wavered.
So, General Feixiao of the Yanqing is the only one investigating the Ambrosial Arbor crisis on behalf of the Alliance?
Why? That's so weird.
No. I am too.
Straight up.
This old man's words always catch me off guard.
The Marshal ordered me to come to the Xianzhou Luofu, but the document only says, attend the war dance and listen to Feixiao's questioning.
Okay. So since do we need to step aside? What does that mean?
The Marshal is well aware of Jing Yuan's purpose in holding the ceremony and understands the situation he is facing. She mentioned it because she believes both issues are important.
Thanks for your kindness and sincerity, Elder Huayan. But is it appropriate to tell everyone here about the Marshal's orders?
By introducing the Express's witnesses to me alone, aren't you aiming to discern the intentions behind both my actions and Feixiao's, and whether there's any discord between us? Well, since I'm being open and honest with you, I encourage you young folk to do the same. As for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, all I need to do is listen. General Feixiao will be the one asking the questions. To be honest, I'm more concerned about the timely start of the war dance. Oh, by the way, I've prepared a gift for the war dance.
Nice. We love gifts. A sword, maybe?
Yes, it's this case right here.
This case gleams with a muted luster, crafted from a material neither of wood nor metal. Its surface is masterly woven with metallic threads, outlining an intricate pattern of lotus flowers.
There will be numerous contests and celebrations during the war dance, and the main event will be the Ringmaster's Challenge. The host will dispatch a skilled warrior to take on challengers from all over the cosmos,
Why is he looking at
excellent martial
Danhan?
arts of the Xianzhou Luofu. When you mentioned that the Astral Express would be attending the ceremony, I thought the High Elder of the Luofu would be the Ringmaster.
You humor me, Elder Huayan. The healer lady is just a young lady who knows nothing about martial arts. How can I assign her as the ringmaster?
I'm no match to you when it comes to
Nah. They are talking about Danhang and not about Bailu.
What's this box for? Why don't you open it, General Huayan?
This sword case is intended for the War Dance's award. It's empty now.
Okay.
But in a few days, a precious sword will be delivered and stored inside. I don't mean to boast about our skills, but this sword represents the pinnacle of the Zhuming's craftsmanship.
Okay.
It has a legendary history, full of heroic tales from foreign lands. Tales that are too detailed to be summarized in just a few words. Since the delegation delivering the sword hasn't arrived yet, I'll just leave the case here for now. I've been wondering who would be worthy of such a sword. And then it hit me. I can award it to the champion of the Ringmaster's Challenge. The ceremony's champion is sure to be a perfect match for the sword. Moreover, I hear that Yanqing is an excellent swordmaster, and that he will be representing the Luofu as the Ringmaster. So it seems like a perfect gift for him.
Wait, he's the ringmaster? Yo.
Thank you for your generosity, Elder Huayan.
If you want to give me a sword, just say the word, Grandpa. No need to beat around the bush.
You've got confidence, my girl, but I don't think you can best Yanqing.
I know you're all about swords, Miss Yunli. It's just a shame that it's the sword that ultimately chooses its rightful master.
Yeah, and even if someone gets their hands on such a precious sword, it'll probably end up in someone else's.
The outcome of our duel at the Alchemy Commission is still up in the air. Since you're interested, why don't you represent the Xianzhou Luofu and challenge me in the ring?
That's exactly what I had in mind. Nobody knows who's gonna come out on top. It could be me, could be someone else. It'll probably be me. But whatever happens, it won't be him.
Looks like Feixiao was right.
Not to be rude or anything, we've been watching their drama. I'm dying to find out who beats who.
Quiet down. We have other guests here. I've prepared this sword to add some excitement to the ceremony, not to have you two squabble. It's not a good look for the Alliance. While you both seem confident that you'll win, you need to remember there can only be one winner and one loser in the ring, which could lead to hard feelings. Actually, I have an idea. We don't know who the winner will be, and it might not be either of you. But if you're eyeing that prize, you'll need to work together.
Oh?
I want you to take on an apprentice who will take part in the war dance and win at least one match.
How does that make sense?
In my humble opinion, while a Cloud Knight is commendable by securing victories, it's even more so to pass on your skills and spread the way of swordplay. I'd be greatly pleased if this apprentice could represent the Express in the war dance by displaying their Cloud Knight flair.
Is that how March became their apprentice?
Well, Elder Huayan's idea is quite interesting. Imparting swordplay skills requires teamwork, and both the winner and the loser will learn a valuable lesson regardless of the outcome. The question is, whom should the two of them take as an apprentice?
Me. Why are they looking at March?
Who? Wait, me?
I noticed just now that Miss March seemed quite interested in the outcome of your sword fight. So I thought, why not teach her the art of swordplay?
Wait, are you serious, General?
Nah.
Why am I being dragged into this all of a sudden? I've never practiced swordplay before. I'm a total newbie.
Yeah.
You really
Come
think
on.
I can learn it? Well, you'll probably realize I have no hope and give up on me. And that'd be so embarrassing.
Why don't you choose it? Just accept your fate, March.
Isn't this a perfect chance for you?
Why am I
remember you
talking so
mentioning
much?
that you wanted to learn some sword moves.
Yeah, I did say that. But this is all happening so quickly, don't you think?
Miss March is like a piece of jade in the rough, just waiting to be shaped.
That's
the
a
war
nice
dance
way
is
to
the
say
perfect
it.
opportunity to see what heights she can reach.
I appreciate your kind words, General Huayan. But won't teaching me swordplay be a waste of Yanqing and Yunli's time? They should be preparing for the ceremony. Plus, I heard that each swordmaster has their own special moves. What if they let something slip while teaching me? If everyone knows each other's tactics, won't that make it hard to catch people off guard during the war dance?
That's considerate of you, March 7th. But don't worry. It'll take you at least a decade of hard training before you can even start learning special moves. No need to freak out. A few Juming swordplay tricks will mean you'll be more than equipped.
Really?
Looks like March's curiosity has been piqued.
The whole point is to know
Danheng
each
and
other's
I,
moves.
we can go on a date
Defeating your opponent
while
in
she is
just
like
one
practicing.
move? How boring would that be? Plus, what really decides a swordsman's fate isn't some special move. It's the solid fundamentals.
So Miss Yunli has already agreed. What do you say, Yanqing?
General, I haven't graduated yet. How can I be qualified to teach swordplay to others?
So you're admitting your defeat, huh? If you're not even confident to teach,
She really is like
why
a
don't
cat.
you let me be the ringmaster instead?
Yanqing, teaching an apprentice is also a way of honing your own skills and gaining insights. You've been an apprentice for years. It's about time you looked at swordplay from another perspective.
True.
I see, General. Then count me in.
Now that Yanqing has agreed too, it all comes down to Miss March giving her nod.
Good.
It's up to you to make the final decision, March.
Time for you to become the best swordsman on the Express. It won't be a walk in the park, that's for sure. It's all up to you, though.
I understand. Then I'm on board.
Mhm,
Thank you for your
cute.
kindness, General Huayan.
Great! Starting tomorrow, Yanqing and Yunli will teach you the basics of the Cloud Knight's swordplay. Yunli and I will head out and purchase some sword practice equipment for Miss March. Think of it as a little
Cute.
initiation gift.
You're cute.
You're too kind. Oh, wait, you're giving me a gift? Shouldn't it be the other way around?
Okay. Okay, that's cute. I like that.
General Huayan's gone. Wait, why does something feel off about what we talked about?
You're going to be a swordsman apprentice, March. You
I
get a
think
new
we strayed
cute
off topic.
outfit.
How did things even get to this point?
It's kind of sad, right? Because like the Trailblazer has 3 different paths and doesn't get an outfit change, but March gets an outfit change.
Yeah.
I'm sad.
I brought you here because the General said he had some important matters to discuss. But how in the world did Yunli and I suddenly become Miss March's swordplay mentors?
Because General Huayan wants us to stick around on the Luofu for some time.
But aren't we here to attend the ceremony anyway?
But from his point of view, we're no different from all the other tourists who may leave at any time. Since the crew's actions were mentioned in the Luofu's operations log were given to the Alliance, he probably wants to see firsthand if we're as capable as the report claims, or if we're just some made-up excuse to save face. And he wants to see it for himself during the war dance, which is why he even dragged Yunli into this. What began as a simple contest between 2 sword masters has now evolved into you 2 collaborating to mentor March.
Elder Huayan is still that tricky general who likes to give everyone a headache. My apologies. Truth be told, I invited all of you to the ceremony because I wished for you to act as my witnesses. I apologize for not disclosing this information earlier.
It's okay.
In the coming weeks, I'll
We already
also
knew.
invite all of you to a meeting with General Feixiao, where you may need to answer her questions and clear up any doubts she might have. So please, be prepared for the meeting.
Okay. Pack up and leave. No, we are prepared.
Don't worry, General. No matter what happens, I'm prepared to stay here as the Express's witness and answer any questions.
Cute.
Thank you, everyone.
General, I know there isn't much I can do to share your burden, but as the Luofu ringmaster, I won't let anyone defeat me in the war dance.
Cute.
I know.
That was cute.
The illustrious Merlin's Claw waiting for me?
Yukong.
And for so long, too? It's quite an honor. It's been a while, General Feixiao. It's been 30 years since we last saw each other. Right, Yukong? Yes. Back then, you were the vanguard of the Yanqing's Verdant Knights, and I was a pilot of the Luofu's Rainbow Orbit Fleet. Who would have thought that upon meeting again, you'd be a general, and I'd have given up flying? Really does feel like a lifetime ago.
I need to upload my reaction to her companion mission. It was so sad.
Well, I wouldn't say I haven't seen you in 30 years. After all, your great victories are announced through the Yellow Bell resonance system every day. So I'm well aware of your great feats. How's your health holding up? Still stable, I suppose. Do you still remember the medic who saved me in battle? That healer with the odd name and peculiar temperament. What was his name again? Was it Pichu? Or Kachio? Jiao Cho. He's been my retainer and personal healer, delegated by the Alchemy Commission from the
That's such a hard name to pronounce.
Over the years, he's dedicated himself to managing my condition. It's thanks to him that I'm still in good health today. Given my background, I'm happy to have made it this far. I'm relieved to know that you're safe and sound. Well then, since you and Elder Huayan are here, I imagine you must have received orders from the Marshal?
Who is this Marshal guy?
As your friend, may I ask how the Alliance intends to punish the General of the Luofu? The Arbor's rebirth has frightened the Elders who lurk behind the scenes. They fear the resurgence of abominations, much like what happened 30 years ago. Although the report from the Luofu explained all the details, we don't know if the Ruin Legion really invaded, or how exactly the Stellaron Hunters and the Astral Express became involved. This puzzle has many missing pieces. As you know, the fugitive Jing Liu, who mysteriously disappeared many years ago, has resurfaced. This time, she has brought along an Outworlder and a coffin, claiming to offer the Marshal a method to fight against the Eons.
Okay.
The Luofu Preceptor has also leveled accusations against Jing Yuan for neglecting the Alliance's principles. She asserts that Jing Yuan enabled the exiled Imbibitor Lunae to re-enter the Luofu, thereby unlocking the lunarescent depths within Scale Gorge waterscape, which in turn disrupted the Vidyadhara's dutiful watch over the Ambrosial Arbor.
I mean, partially true, right?
It is for these reasons that I have come here to the Luofu today. Well, duty calls. Perhaps I shouldn't have mentioned all of this to an uninvolved person.
She's so pretty,
but
man.
Since we once fought together, I didn't want
can't
to keep
get
you in the
over
dark.
it.
Perhaps pretending you didn't hear any of this would be for the best. I understand. I'm sorry. I was out of line. I know I shouldn't be defending General Jing Yuan right now, but... well, you know how I am. The Luofu has enjoyed centuries of stability since the end of the sedition of Imbibitor Lunae, much of which can be attributed to General Jing Yuan's masterful strategizing. Unfortunately, for long-life species, enduring through the ages always culminates in a failure that undoes all previous achievements. A moment that our adversaries relish. That's true. And that's why I'm also here for another purpose. To visit Hule.
Who's that?
Hule? You mean that Hule? The Borisin warhead? The same Hule who has been imprisoned in the Shackling prison for over 7 centuries?
What the
The nemesis of the Foxians who will never be forgiven and shall be imprisoned until the end of the cosmos. I can't quite remember the exact wording, but yes, the very same Hule. Usually, only emissaries from the Xianzhou Yaoqing Skyfaring Commission visit him once every century. Why do you have to visit him now, of all times? The Foxians and the Alliance made a pact to combat the abominations, aiming to achieve justice and free their kin. That werewolf monster is to be forever imprisoned in the dark recesses of the Shackling prison, facing unending retribution. Given the situation on the Luofu, those on the Yanqing are concerned about Hulei's imprisonment. I'm afraid that the routine visit every century is no longer sufficient to ease their concerns. That's why I was sent here, to reassure them.
It's all bad news.
Well, not everything. There might be a silver lining. Oh, by the way, I found some clues about the thing you asked for.
Tell me more.
The Verdant Knights followed the route you mentioned and discovered the wreckage of the Whistling Flame ship. Unfortunately, there were no survivors and no cargo. However, someone had already been on the scene before we arrived.
Our people? Or someone from the IPC?
No, neither. Yukong, have you heard of a person named Ron May?
What the What is going on? Okay. We are resting now. What is Ruan Mei doing with them? I'm so confused. Day 2.
I'm still feeling sleepy. Did I oversleep? Where did March and Don Hung go?